is said the only constant is change in college football, but over more than 150 years, there have been some things that you can count on. If you can run the football, you have a chance to win. And boy, do we have guys who can do that in this one. Welcome between the hedges to Athens, Georgia and Sanford Stadium, home of the Georgia Bulldogs. As we'll see a team from the Pac-12, the Michigan Wolverines, taking on one of the participants from last year's playoff, the Georgia Bulldogs. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer alongside. Guys, we can't wait to see this game. Been looking forward to it all week. Georgia likely to kick it deep to get things started. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. Got it set up on the outside. A 7-yard pickup. It'll be 2nd and 3.
One of the things I love about this offense is they're very versatile in their passing attack. They throw to receivers and tight ends, and the screen game is big as well. This guy is a weapon. You're seeing that here early.
This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. The give to the tailback. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a first down at the 43.
What a nice run there. And from the beginning of time, Michigan football has been synonymous with running the football. You can think back to Tyrone Wheatley, Anthony Thomas, Chris Perry, Hassan Haskins, big physical runners that also had sprinter speed and that could change the game. This dude right here, every time he has the football, he has the ability to go the distance, and that's what makes this Michigan offense so dangerous.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. They'll go to the ground. Runs through the tackle. And he fights his way forward, gets away from one, but not much doing on that one.
Great job at contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. And that's exactly what happened.
The Dogs are barking and growling and trying to hold him here on 3rd down. They'll test the right side. He's knocked down a couple of yards behind the line of scrimmage.
I love when defensive backs come up and they are physical and they stick their face in the fan and they aren't scared. Talking to the defensive coordinator coming into this game, he knew his DBs had to tackle well. They had to get these running backs on the ground. Great start on this first drive.
They kick it away on 4th down. Not able to pop the big return, but they've got the ball back and ready to go with a fresh possession. Ready to fire from the pistol. On the ground with the counter. Surges across the 30, out to the 32, a 6-yard run.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in 2nd and short, not a good job by this defense.
And the Dogs in a good spot here with 2nd and short. From the shotgun, the inside give. Oh, he's got some space. And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Bulldogs. There's a reason they call this dude a big playmaker. Moments just like that one.
Big time playmaker. Can make plays all over the field from all different spots. That's why you got to find ways to give him touches as much as possible, because he'll make it happen.
And the PAT makes it 7-0. That drive took no time at all. A couple of plays and finished it with the long run for the touchdown. They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. On the move from inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Guys, here come those maize and blue wing helmets on offense. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. Now they've got a little room to work with. They're out to the 28 with a first down. We talk a lot about Michigan building its offense around the running game, but they've always had an effective quarterback who can make plays down the field.
And I think some people hear effective, Reese, and take that as an insult, right? Like, I don't want to hear about my quarterback being effective. I want him to be explosive. I want him to be dynamic. But Michigan doesn't really have those guys most of the time at that quarterback spot. But when they find those good ones, they have great seasons.
Power football with the run. Knocked down behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard.
And man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. And no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get him to the ground. That is a baller.
Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Back to pass. He's going for the big play. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch.
Yeah, and he had an opportunity to make such a big play. Listen, he wasn't wide open with nobody around him, but you got to make that play. You got a little bit of space. You got to haul that in, make your quarterback look good, and make a big play for this offense.
This dog crowd is off the leash, and they are coming after them, bringing noise on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Looking to the big tight end. Hauls it in. At That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a first down at the 43.
That's really got to make this offensive coordinator feel good calling plays. You get a completion on third down early in the game, and he should be having a lot of confidence now moving forward in this game calling plays.
And the Wolverines are rolling down the field. They'll give it to the back. They'll rip off 8 on that play. It's 2nd and 2.
Well, it's plays like that that'll help this offense stay in rhythm all game long. If you can have that kind of success on first down running the football, it just opens up your entire playbook moving forward.
The Wolverines with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Give to the running back. All down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down.
Man, this offense is clicking, everything's moving, and the guy carrying the football, I mean, he is carrying the rock. Like, this is a guy he's setting this tone for this game, creating some balance on this offense. This offense is going to be a handful.
Yeah, David, I'd love to sit here and say, well, the offensive coordinator is just one step ahead of his counterpart across the field. That's not it. Right now, his offensive line is establishing the line of scrimmage, and you mentioned the back. He right now is running with authority on this drive.
How about these two running games so far? Dominance on the ground as we look at the first quarter stats. They are lined up and ready to go and get things started here in the second. Win with the running game on first down, now back at it. Running back searching for a hole. Forced out of bounds, and they'll mark it dead at the 34.
And, you know, when we talk about great third down defenses, it really starts with them getting stops on first and second down. You've got to get those stops early in the drives to set up third and long, so that's a missed opportunity on that second down by this defense.
And the Wolverines are at the line looking to convert on third and short. Looking to throw for it. They'll run the screen. There he goes. Just across the 20 with a first down at the 19.
Great job, too, by the QB there. Holding the ball as long as possible, allowing the pass rush to get upfield, and at the very last second, getting it to his guy so that he can go get the first down.
The Wolverines getting set on first and 10. The give to the back. Noses his way forward, maybe gets one. They'll mark it at the 18.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Looking to fire. Got the quick pass. Now the connection takes it to the 11.
And this offense has finally put a good drive together, a really good opportunity here. Got to be smart with the football. Don't get too aggressive. Got to get points, but a chance to tie this up going into the half. Considering this offense hasn't played great, that would be a big win.
Boy, they'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a first and goal. He's got it and still on his feet. They make the stop at the 5-yard line, but they've got it first and goal.
Really nice play call there because the defense might have been thinking on 3rd and short in the red zone. They're probably going to run the football instead. They throw it, catch them off guard, and now they've got first and goal.
And the Wolverines trying to get a touchdown on first and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he got nothing, and the line of scrimmage is still the 5-yard line.
It's hard to run on a defense that comes off the ball like that and runs to the football like that. Good luck. No holes anywhere.
They'll try to dial up a better one this time on 2nd and goal from the 5. Wants to go up top. Lets it go to the end zone. And he was going for the touchdown there, and they couldn't make the connection.
And how nice is it to have the home crowd going absolutely bananas? Communication is harder. The snapping the football, everybody being on time. Man, this crowd really affecting the football game.
From the gun, wants to pass. Touchdown, Michigan! Fired in from the red zone for the score.
And I love finding the big fella down in the red zone, 3rd and goal. You got to make something happen down here. Throw it up high. Let the big fella make you look really good as a quarterback. Love finding those big guys down here in the red zone.
Setting up for the extra point and the top. And he did get that extra point through the slippery surface, no problem. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Guys, back to your game in a moment, but first we have to show you how the script is being written here. Miami is currently trailing, but if this young star leads a comeback today, he could join Vinny Testaverde and Gino Toretta in the pantheon of greats to play at the U. They're trailing by just 4 to Auburn. We'll circle back if anything big happens you should know about.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. Wide receiver comes in motion. Wants to throw on first down. Snagged in the middle. It's Moore.
Hey, listen, on offense, just take what the defense gives you. Quarterback looks out wide, he sees the DB way off of the receiver. Throw him the easy hitch pass. You'll take that completion.
The Dogs can really attack on this 2nd and short. Out of the gun, they'll run it inside. Turning it on! That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a first down at the 43. And those hairy Dogs taking a bite out of another first down.
You don't usually find Georgia teams that complicate things. They know who they are, and it starts with running the football, establishing the line of scrimmage. That's what the Dogs do.
Now on first down from the 43-yard line. Wide receiver going in motion. first down for this offense. Motion from the wide receiver. From the gun, the running back has it. This time he doesn't get loose, and finally the defense gets him bottled up behind the line.
A lot of times with these RPOs, you see linebackers so slow, they don't want to mess up. Not on this one. Watch the defense attack downhill, go get the running back, get a tackle for a loss.
And the Bulldogs with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. They'll move the wide receiver. Second down, he'll throw it. Got a man, it's Moore. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down. Timeout called here by the defense. It's the first one they've used this half. They've got to come up with a big play on this third and long. Motion from the wide out. Making side adjustments here. Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play called and everyone on the same page here. Now facing a third and long. Wide receiver comes in motion. On third and long, he's going to have to throw for it. And that one's incomplete. Worth taking a shot there, but couldn't hook up.
It's been a tale of two drives for this defense early on, right? They came out starting really slow, allowed a touchdown on the opening drive, but they're finally settling in here on this one. Obviously, it wasn't perfect. They did give up one first down, but really nice job there on that third down pass defense, forcing the incompletion, now trying to set up a punt.
Punt is in the air on fourth down. Cover guys do their job, and they get him stopped at the 22-yard line. Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16. The defense calls the timeout, their second of the day, as they try to get their act together. The Wolverines now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Wants to fire on second down. They're setting up the screen. Didn't have much room to run and not a whole lot of help. Short gain there and still plenty of ground to cover for the first down.
Bells and whistles have got to be going off in this quarterback's head now. It's third and long, so you know you're expecting pressure. You got to know where your hot routes are. You got to be able to read the coverage and make sure you get this football out of your hands quickly to not take a sack or worse, turn the football over.
They'll leave it with him. Out of the crowd, and now he's got room. They make the stop at the 26, and let's see if they bring out the punt team. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. And the Wolverines decide to punt it away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Hauls it in, looking for space. Looking for running room. He'll get it to the 43-yard line before he stops. One more play before the teams head to the locker rooms. They go to the ground. Got the first down and more. At the 35, he's got more. Breaks into the open. They finally make the stop. That's going to make those halftime stats look a little bit nicer as we head to the break. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update. The Wolverines will kick it off to start the second half. He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. First drive of the second half, always fun to watch. You see what type of tweaks were made at the half, especially when you're locked up in a ball game like this one.
Yeah, and it's been a good game. I mean, it's been a little bit of back and forth and a feeling out process. And now once you get in the second half, who's going to get aggressive, Palmer? Who's going to take some shots, try to make some plays, and really go for it?
Yeah, it's interesting. I think as play callers right now, you learn a lot about these coaching staffs with respect to who does make the best adjustments. There's a lot of coaches that believe we're just going to be who we are. We're going to keep doing what we do. We're just going to do it better. But then there are others that tweak things a little bit on offense and on defense. We're going to find out here.
To the air on second down. Quickly out to the tight end. And he's knocked down, but there's also a flag that's been dropped. Let's check on the call. So that penalty is going to cost them the first down as they back up, and now it's second down. Now on second down. Nice defensive play to get a hand in there and knock it away.
In football, you hear the term quick but don't hurt. And you could tell when you run these RPOs, the QBs want to make that decision quick. And I think he hurried it a little bit too much. Got the ball out quick, but obviously was inaccurate with his pass.
This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on third and long. He's looking downfield to throw. Finds a man in the middle. And he's down after making the grab. Good pickup there to help them dig out of the hole, but still some work to do to get a first down. Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. A couple of yards shy of the first down marker, but they've decided this is 4-down territory. The offense still on the field. And it's a first down. They'll mark it at the 44.
Well, they're setting the tone early in this game. Fourth down in their own end. They go for it on the ground, and they pick it up.
They want to set the tone. They want to establish that they think their offense is unstoppable and that they're willing to do anything to keep the football.
You're exactly right, Reese. They are sending a very clear message to this defense. We're going to run the football. We don't care what you do, but you are not going to stop us.
Pulls it and fires to the left.
This slot receiver gives defensive coordinators nightmares. You have got to double him virtually on every pass play. He better have safety help over top. Otherwise, this guy's a threat to score every time they throw the ball.
And now on second down for this offense. Handoff from the gun. And they didn't get it forward an inch. Defense wins the battle up front. It's amazing how a play by a defensive end in the backfield can really swing the momentum not only of a series but of a game sometimes.
All you're trying to do is create negative plays, to get them behind the sticks a little bit, to get those sacks, to get those tackles for losses. You see so much stunting in college football up front with the defensive line because you know once you get one of those plays, you got the offense right where you want it.
Got it in the middle. It's York. And he goes down after making the grab, picks up a few, but still short of the first down. He'll run for it. Steamrolls his way ahead. They finally wrestle down the senior, but not before he picks up some valuable ground.
You know, I like the idea to go for it there on fourth down, too, because at this distance, it's definitely not a gimme field goal, right? So your best chances of scoring points and paying this drive off are to go for it on that fourth down, and, of course, they go out and get it.
Wide receiver going in motion. Got it on the outside. It's York. And he'll run across the sidelines after the good gain. Play number 9 on this drive. Quarterback may change this route. Back to pass on second down. Fires left. He's got an open man. Touchdown, Georgia! And with that, they've got the lead here in the second half.
This coaching staff was trying to identify playmakers on offense early this year. How about the start of the season this guy has had? Scored in their first game. He scored early in this one. Defenses up to this point don't have any answers for this guy.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Fellas, it's gone final in a huge top 25 showdown. Here's how it went down. SMU made it look easy today, but I promise you, there is nothing easy about a double-digit win on the road. And a win like this only confirms that there is something special brewing with these Mustangs. Always interesting to see ranked teams collide, and today was no different. The agony and ecstasy of college football, fellas.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there. Kevin, thanks for the update. the score. And you want to know what impact home field advantage can have? There it is. The offense will walk it back. Listen to this crowd just shaking the girders of this place, trying to help their defense. From the gun. A little release to the back. And they pick up just a few on that completion. And the Wolverines are in the hurry-up. Second down, they'll go to the air. Fires to the wideout. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. He'll move it up to the 37-yard line, and it'll be a first down.
That's a really nice pass. You can see why this guy right here gives the Michigan faithful reason to be optimistic. You know, for years we know Michigan has always been good at running the football, but they've got to be able to throw. They've got to be more consistent making big plays through the air. This guy gives them that chance.
They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Looking to throw on first down. Got him downfield. He found plenty of room, and he gets it to the 39-yard line.
Now, I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows, he can run slants, he can run the option routes and find soft spots in the defense. This guy really has all the routes in his toolbox.
The Wolverines with the 1st and 10. Leaves it with the back. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground. Take away that run game. Make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. They'll try the run. And he's able to bounce off one tackle for a solid pickup.
How about the play by the speed back? You think about speed, you think about breaking ankles. He broke the tackle because he's so fast, moving so fast, hard to get the guy on the ground.
The Dogs are off the leash and coming after him on 3rd down. They'll try to run for it. They are on the move as they pick up the 1st down. They'll spot it at the 28.
Well, obviously the offense went 3 and out on their last drive. They're having a little bit more success here. That was a nice run, and I think that's the key, guys. If they're able to run the football, they're going to be able to stay on the field. And I think that's something you want to think more about if you're the play caller on offense.
As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Trying to surprise him with the pass. Under fire. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
Man, it's easy to play defense when you can do this. When you can get to the quarterback quick and make him make a decision quick, it makes it easier for the secondary, for the linebackers, for everybody on the field.
Final play of the quarter coming. On 2nd down, he'll try to make the connection this time. This time it's complete. And they make the tackle, not before he gets the 1st down. Now let's see if they rush to the line or let the time run out here in the 3rd. Not only is the scoreboard on their side, but so too is time as we open the fourth. Final stands of the game, and we'll start with the first down. An unforced error there. They don't get the snap off in time. So frustrating to see an offense lose track of the play clock and pick up a penalty like that. And the Wolverines, once backed up in the shadow of their own goalpost, have put quite a drive together. The offense calls timeout. It's the second one they've used this half. The Wolverines started this drive backed up in their own end, and now they've moved into position to score. Snap in the shotgun. Rushes on him. And the defense makes a play, and they get the quarterback down at the 26.
Well, you just sort of felt like this defense had to do something to get this quarterback out of a rhythm, right? He's been picking them apart all drive long, and finally they come up with a sack.
And the Wolverines have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Back to pass. Here's the pressure. It's picked off. Don't see that very often from this Heisman Trophy candidate. Nice pickup on the return, but more important, they got the takeaway, and now they're in business.
And that's the problem when you get in second and forever. The defense knows they make you one-dimensional. They know you're going to take shots down the field. They stay deep, they break on the football, and they take advantage of the opportunity.
And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. They unleashed an aerial assault last time that took them right to the end zone, David.
So, Reese, with that drive, I think you've accomplished something you wanted to accomplish. Make this defense think. You put them back on their heels. Now, shoot, Palmer, you might be able to slip a few runs in on this drive to really jack them up.
Yeah, I like that idea, but I also like the fact that speed kills. They've got it at the receiver position, so if you've got one-on-one matchups, man, take advantage.
The Bulldogs can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Here's the handoff. That'll be good enough for a first down. They'll mark it at the 30.
You got to have short area quickness. That running back there doing what it takes to make sure he got that first down.
It'll be 1st and 10 from the 30. Use the play fake, now to throw. Caught behind the line, it's Barber. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play.
And nice job by the defense staying glued to him, getting him on the ground as soon as he catches the football, knowing he's a threat. I'm not going to let this guy get out of my sights. Nice job by the D.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Motion from the wide receiver. He might want another play. They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. Catch in the middle, it's Moore. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a first down at the 43.
You see a lot of offenses late in the football game with a lead get conservative. I like they didn't. Like, they trusted the passing game. You're going to get looks that you know what they are. Defense has to be aggressive. You know, they have to be aggressive because they're down. They've got to get to the quarterback. They've got to get stops. Nice job throwing the football there.
They'll try to keep this clock moving on the ground.
This offense thinks that they have enough left in the tank here to run the football and run all the time off the clock. They got the lead late. Didn't get the first down on that last one, but it's not going to surprise anybody if they turn around and hand it off again here.
This offense has done a good job on this drive, taking time off the clock as they come up on second down. Leaves it with the back. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
Big third down for this defense. Listen, you've got to get the ball back. You know what they're doing. They're trying to run the football, but we need the clock to be on our side so our offense has some time. Got to make a stand right here on third down.
It'll be third and long. They'll move the wide receiver. On third and long, trying to have a big completion here. Got it in the middle, it's York. Makes that one pay off, and they finally get him down at the 38. It'll be first down.
And what a big conversion by the offense there. With the lead late, you're just trying to stay on the field and bleed the clock. At this point, it's tick, 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 tick. Let's run this clock down as low as we can before we snap it.
Leaves it with the running back. Oh, he's got some space. And he just kept running, and he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Dogs!
And, you know, late in the games, offenses sometimes get conservative when they got the lead and they got the ball. I love this offense. They were aggressive. They got another score added to the lead. Now you're trying to salt this game away.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Boys, if it's happening in college football, we've got eyes on it. Check this out. LSU is just getting blown off the field today. It's like they haven't even been competitive. How'd you like to be the network censor on the coaches show this week? They're trailing by 21 to Texas A&M. We'll circle back if anything big happens you need to know about.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Snap of this drive will come from their own 17. Going right to work up top. Still looking on the move. Oh, better look out. They'll force him out of bounds after a solid pickup on the play.
That's a pretty good job by this defense. Man, it's so hard to limit these quarterbacks, and they're spreading you out all over the field. When they take off, it's hard to limit the damage. Nice job limiting the damage. And I'll tell you what, make it physical. Finish those plays and try to tackle that guy and make him think about running the football in the future.
Going to swing it on second down. Hit as he throws. Intercepted. Guess even a Heisman Trophy contender can have a miscue. Good gain on the return, and this defense has set them up with a big play.
And that's kind of what this offense has done all day. They have struggled. They haven't gotten a rhythm. They haven't found a way to get points on the scoreboard. And late in this game, when your defense and your team really needed it the most, Palmer, they throw the INT.
And it's a microcosm, too, of just how dominant the defense has been. They've always been a step ahead. They've been the more physical side, and they've been making plays on the back end. That interception should seal this thing.
We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. They're in command of this game. Now let's see if they try to rub a little salt in the wound or happy with getting the W.
Yeah, and listen, this makes the post-game handshake fun sometimes. If you do choose to rub a little salt in it and keep chucking and keep scoring, I'm here for it, Jesse. Like, your job is to score points. It's my job to stop it. Keep the foot to the accelerator. Keep trying to play ball.
I agree 1,000%. That's like Steve Spurrier back in the day when I was playing for the Gators. You go and play for him because you want the opportunity to throw the ball. So when you get in the game late, you're not handing it off. We were beating Central Michigan by 80-something points. He was still letting us throw the football. It's the defense's job to stop it.
And a decent gain there before the defense makes the stop.
And talking to coaches this week, that's their guy. The running back is the guy they feel the most confident in. So I expect down the stretch, when you got a lead in this football game, you're going to keep hammering away with your best player.
They'll run for it on 3rd and short. There he got enough space. Touchdown, Bulldogs! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
Yeah, and with that score, you start to get excited because you can feel the momentum starting off 2-0. I mean, you got to finish this one off, but there's a great chance you're going to. But this season has started just like you've wanted it to. Now just keep climbing. See how high we can get in these rankings.
And the extra point splits the uprights, and they're up a full 3 touchdowns, a 21-point cushion in the 4th. They're set to kick it off. Do you think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. The clock will stop with this timeout from the offense. They'll get a chance to regroup on the sideline. They'll run this play from the pistol. On the move. Stonewalled again. No gain on the play. They keep trying to stick with the running game, but there's not much getting done.
Well, not a great run there, but I think what the coaching staff is trying to do is they're trying to help out the quarterback. He's thrown interceptions on each of his last 2 drives, and the best way to try to settle him down is to get the running game established. But I think the defense is aware of that right now, loading the box. Everybody up front is ready for the run.
Steps to his left, out of the pocket. And he'll just get rid of that one.
And this defense has put a game together. Like, it is hard to put all the facets of defense together. Run defense, pass defense. They've been so good, man. Dialed in. You could tell they were ready. They were fast. They were physical. They dominated this football game.
Probably the toughest call on the play sheet. 3rd and long. Ball's at the 25. From the gun. Wants to pass. Fires to the right. Got his man downfield. They convert on 3rd down as he gets it to the 46-yard line.
Well, I'll give this offense some credit because they've got a lot of fight. There is no quit in them, and they're obviously trailing by a big amount in this game. They haven't had a lot of success, but they're still taking shots, and their players are still out there competing.
Still firing away as they'll go down swinging. Stands in and takes the hit. Touchdown, Wolverines! Made the grab in the end zone for the score.
A lot of times you see those receivers, as soon as they get by the DBs, you know, that hand goes straight up in the air. I got him. I got to step on him. He got to step on him. And the ball was thrown perfectly out in front. You could see he runs underneath it, gets it, and gets the long touchdown on the go route.
And the extra point was good as they finished the drive. Guys, this is a really good win for this ball club as they put together consecutive victories.
And in this season, that's what you got to do. You got to put together good weeks, build on each other, build that momentum, continue to grow as the season goes on.
Yeah, David, it's all about building confidence, and it's really important for these players to go out, work hard in practice, and see that hard work really pay itself off on game day. This is a team that's really starting to believe in itself.
That's going to do it from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and you've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.